Hello and welcome aboard, ladies and gentlemen. And tonight we're going to. Oh no, I was like feeling that I was in circus. I felt that. So, in the last chapter we talked about targeting, and we found those beautiful, sexy interests like pages in Sweden. And in the previous chapter as well, I was telling you how we should like create campaigns using those things, and this is where things become a bit technical. So guys, get a bar of Snickers again, and maybe a banana in pajama. So things are going to get a bit technical here, but still, like, don't stress out. I'm gonna give you the best of the best in here, and you're gonna be relaxed. Okie dokie. So, as we said before, in the last chapter we talked about targeting how to find interest, which was like really interesting, and this is what you should focus on. And in this chapter, we will be talking about how to create campaigns using those interests, and what is like the best campaigns, what is the best things that is working at the moment, what kind of ads, all of that. And I will be using the Power Editor. I'm like warning you guys, if you're not using Power Editor, just watch these videos, and this is the only thing that you have to work. Ads Manager isn't for us, isn't for the people who bought this course, isn't for the people who are thinking to invade and to rule the world and to sell a lot of t-shirts. It's for amateurs, for the people who don't know anything about this business. So get out of your comfort zone and don't use the Ads Manager. I forbid you. Like, I will be sitting there and watching you all day, and if you're gonna use that Ads Manager, I'm gonna be so mad at you, and I'll be like laughing at you all the day. So guys, get out of your comfort zone, and please try to use the Power Editor. Okay, so pay a lot of attention of those videos, and let's go and rock and roll. So first of all, we need to go to the Power Editor. From the Ads Manager, we click on this beautiful button here called Power Editor. We click on it, a pop-up will come, and it is the one and only Power Editor. So we first of all download all the accounts, all the things, and then we make sure that we are using the new Ads Manager. Okay, so we click this button here, and we say try new version of Power Editor. In in a certain time there won't be anything, because everything will be like the new Ads Manager. But if you're still using the old one, just go and use this one, because you don't have to download every time, you don't have to like to do everything. So it's highly recommended if you use the new Ads Manager here. Okay, so basically Power Editor isn't scary at all. Like, at first you get so confused about all those buttons here, all those things here. It's a lot of stuff, and you'll be like, oh, what shall I do? Okay, so let me tell you something. You don't need any of those when you start. Like, you don't have to know any of those. Just ignore all of them, let's go through other things. So we have this beautiful button here called Create Campaign, and this is what we need to do. So first of all, before creating a new campaign, this is the tabs that we have. The campaign tabs, where we see the campaign's name. The assets tabs, where we see all the assets and we control each one of the assets. And we have that ads tab, where all the ads lay into this. So let's create a new campaign, shall we? Oh yeah, we shall. So for that, I follow a certain what is that called? Like a structure, maybe a name structure. So I go with the name of the country, so it's Sweden, and then the name of the niche, tennis, for example, and then the name of the t-shirt, like something that can, oh, I want to sneeze, wait, oh god, I sneezed so badly. So the name of the t-shirt, let's say something therapy or something, and then the kind of ad, and I'll be using WC, which is the website conversions. And actually guys, this is the only thing that you have to use in this time. Like, this is the thing that is working best for all of us. It's not only me, but it's working the best for everybody. And for the website conversions, we have two types, and I will show you both. So first of all, we do the website conversion kind of ad, and then we choose an alt set. Let's say alt set number 1. We can call it another things later, but let's start with ad set number 1, and we create a new ad. Let's call it ad set number 1. I always call like name the ads after the daddy, the papa, the mama, the alt set. So the campaign should be this way. You won't get lost when you have a lot of countries and things. So make sure you do this, and then you create a campaign. Pay attention guys, that the campaign, you won't see the campaign in the ads manager now. This is the new one that we have. We just create it, and you won't see it in the ads manager. If you don't believe me, just go to the ads manager, and you won't find anything. Woohoo! Empty. There's nothing here. I wasn't lying, you see. So we come back here, and the thing is, we click here and go to recent campaign changes, and this is like a cool filter I like to put, so I won't be confused with all those millions campaigns that I've done before. And we choose the new. This means that the campaign is new and it's not uploaded yet, because when we're done, we click this button here, but we can't do it now because we're not done. We haven't done anything yet. So first of all, we create a campaign, and here if we click this edit button here that we really need, so you see guys, the only thing that we used is the create campaign until now. We named everything here, and this is the only thing that we use, the filter and new. This will give you the new campaigns. Please get out of your comfort zone and start playing around with the Power Editor. It's like the best tool ever. So let's continue, shall we? Yes, we shall. Next thing we have to do, we're on the campaigns tab. The next thing we have to go is our assets, like the assets tab. And for the assets tab, again we click this enormous, big, huge, in value, not in size button, the edit button, and here we have a lot of things. So we have the optimize for a conversion, and for that we go here and choose our, where is the pay, the purchase. You won't see any of those. You will only see the add to cart, with add to wish list, and purchase. Make sure it's from your pixel. We talk about the pixel later, but actually I can warm you up a bit now. So to know what your pixel is and to put it in the platform, you will need to go to your ads manager here, and you go to your audience. I'm sure you know this, but I'm just making sure that you know it. And you go to tools and pixels here, okay, and you take that pixel that is showing here, or this pixel, sorry, this pixel Yusuf Khalid's pixel is ID, so you take it. It's the same pixel that you have in your audiences. And if you create a new audience here, like custom audience or anything, you will see, let's take another one that is, this is a custom audience, so let's tick here, and actions and view pixel. You will have the same pixel. So this is the pixel that we have to put in the platforms. Okay, let me show you how to make sure that you know how to put it in the platforms, and then make sure it's working for you. So give me a second, I'll pause the video. So guys, you take the pixel from the pixels here where I showed you, and you go to settings in Teasely platform, and then you go to marketing tools. In every platform you will find settings, and then a place where you see the new Facebook pixel, and this is where you need to put your pixel. So this is the pixel that we took from before. Then you update. I don't want to update now because it's not my pixel, my real one in this account, so I will pass. And then if you want to make sure that the pixel is working, the thing is that you have to go to campaign page. This is a campaign page from yours. Remember, from your campaigns. And then download this powerful thing called Facebook Pixel Helper. And this is what you need to download from for Chrome. It's a Chrome extension. So let me do this for you. Let's go to Google. Facebook Helper, Pixel Helper. Oh, I can't type because my hands are so cool. And you go into this place, this cool place, and you add it to Chrome. Now I can't add it because it's already added there. So when you add this extension, you would have it here. And then whenever you're on your campaign, like a teaser campaign or whatever campaign, you come here and you see what pixels were fired. And here we can see that Facebook pixel loaded successful page view. You click on view event log and you see that this is the pixel. Like, this is my pixel, not the one that you saw now because it's a different pixel, but this is my pixel. I might need to oh no. So yeah, this is my pixel, and this is a page view. You know what page view means? Page view means like people saw on Teasely. It doesn't matter what, if it was your store, so you will have a lot of pages. Page view is whatever page view, like home page, contact us page, or whatever. But there is this thing, view content event, and this is, we talk about event later, and you will know what event means. So you will go to view content, and view content means that people were on your product page. And if you click here and view event log, you will see that there is a pixel here, the same pixel. This is like your pixel, and it's important to see that this is working here for you. Sometimes it's okay if it says Facebook pixel is not paired with any product catalog, because you don't have any catalog. I don't have any catalog, so you don't have to worry about this. But make sure that it doesn't say Facebook pixel unsuccessfully loaded or something, was not loaded or anything like this. You have all the situations here. If you go here, and you will see that okay, so here a lot of things. Let me find. You have all the one pixel found, one error, so you don't want to see an error. Your conversion pixel didn't load. This is what you don't want to see. This means that there is something wrong, and you have to contact any of the support team on any of the platforms you're using. So first of all, we saw how to put a pixel. We take the pixel and to put it in the platforms. In this example, I use Teasely, and this tool makes you make sure that everything is working properly, the pixel is firing, and everything is cool. if you put here, I don't know if that's your pixel. It's not actually. It might be TZD's or anybody else pixel. So it's cool. Don't worry about this. The most important thing is you have to make sure that the page view, the pixel that it shows is equals the one that you bought from here, from the view pixel, and from here. As I told you, in this situation it won't because it's another pixel. So let's go back to the Power Editor here, and we are optimizing for the purchase conversion. What does that mean is that for each conversion that comes for each sale, Facebook will show our ads to people who are similar to that person who purchased. And if you choose the add to cart conversion, this means that Facebook will say, hi, we have an add to cart. If we have somebody who added this product to cart, what does that mean? If we go here and we add this, oh, we can't do this because actually it's not live, but let me just pause the video and relaunch this one. Hold a second. Hi, so I had to create a new one because that was a really old one and they didn't give me they didn't allow me to like relaunch it. So I created a new campaign, and again we go here to the Facebook pixel helper, and we see that the Facebook pixel loaded successfully. This is like the pixel that we need, and view content is the same. So as we set here, we have the page view and the view contents. We have the add to cart and initiate, checkout, and purchase. So basically those are the events that we have, the Facebook pixel, the new Facebook pixel events. And as we can see here, the first event, the first two things that we've seen until now. So when does this fire? When can we see this? The add to cart event. So let's check it out together, shall we? So let's click on the reserve it now and watch here what's going on here. I'm not sure if you can see this. No, yeah, you can. So let's click on the reserve it now. And voila! We have a new event, which is the add to cart event. Again, pixel is not paired with any product catalog, which is not bad at all, which doesn't mean anything. And here, if we see the view event log, we see that there is a pixel ID of this one. This is like the same. This is our pixel. So as you can see here, the event fired, and the event type was view add to cart kind of events. So the other one is the checkout. Let's click on the checkout here, and this event, can you guess what is that? So exactly as you might see here, it is called the initiate checkout event here. So we covered the page view content, add to cart, initiate checkout, and when does the client sees the purchase one? Only when he purchased that product. So it the Facebook pixel will fire a pixel in events of purchase events. You got me, guys? So the Facebook pixel stores in it every one of those events, and we can use them then later for scaling, for localize, for anything you want. For even retargeting, and we'll see later, so don't be confused. This was like a walkthrough the new Facebook pixel, which is like really powerful. And let's go back now, since we know what's going on the back end here, to the Power Editor. And here, when we tell Facebook, hey Facebook, optimize for the add to cart conversion, this means again, hey Facebook, when somebody adds the thing to cart, so now right, is it did you see that I added this to cart? So I'm now stored in this pixel, and when I optimize for the add to cart kind of event, Facebook will go and look for people who are similar to me, similar behaviors, similar interests, similar whatever, and show this ad we've got to more people like me because I added this to cart. Exactly. Of course, it's not me because I'm just doing the example, but in for example, if you customer or if somebody adds this to cart, this means that he's so into that t-shirt and he was willing to like purchase the t-shirt, and he added to cart and maybe eventually buy it. So these guys might interest us. But what works? So this is like really worth trying the add to cart kind of event. But let's go for this the purchase one, the purchase kind of event, which is cool. I go with it most of the times until I know more about my ads, which you'll see later on. But for now, let's go with the purchase, and I really hope that you understand more like how the new pixel is going and what to check it and how to put it and everything. I have to say that the new pixel also works for retargeting, so you don't have to put another thing for retargeting. What is retargeting? Oh, don't stress out if you don't know what's retargeting, because I will be explaining it later on. But to whoever knows what retargeting is, you don't have to put another code for retargeting. So only one place there in the new Facebook pixel here, and you are done. So let's go back to the asset, shall we? So here we go with a budget. The thing is that here is my currency, which is shekels, but I'm gonna tell you what currency I go with, like what budget I go with all the time. I go with 20 shekels, which is $5. Okay, let's go with $5. Always go with $5. This is my way. This is how I do it, and this is how it's working. So go with a daily budget of $5. Don't schedule anything here. And here, the audience and our game. But before we go into here, let's pick only the desktop newsfeed and no audience network, no Instagram. You can do Instagram, but like I get some sales from Instagram, but you have to test it. And if you're more advanced into stuff and you know what Instagram does and things, just click it, tick it, and go with it. But if you're not, and if you're a total newbie and you don't know anything about this yet, so just go with mobile newsfeed and desktop newsfeed. Okie dokie, artichoke. So here you don't have to go with anything, just keep it on the conversion recommended and the automatic. And see, there is nothing here, like really nothing to touch. And here is our game. So this is the audience, guys. And here we go with Sweden, because this is the country. And we go with the ages. I forgot what ages we had before. So let's go back and check what ages we had before. I wish I had that tab opened yet. So, but anyways, it doesn't matter. So let's go back here. Let's go back to here, tools, audience insights, and try to put in our interests and pick the Sweden again. Sweden, Switchenachen. And let's go, let's stay on the demographics, because we need to know what's going on. Who is our audience here? What? You kidding me? You kidding me, Mr. Excel? Mr. Excel, Schmexel. Ike Davis Cup. Happy World Tour. Let's sense our audience. Let's see who is our audience. So, we see here that 64% are men and 36% are women. The ages is easy a bit here because it's like from 18 to 44. So let's pick the age. Let's go with 18 to 44. Of course, you can split ages like go from 18 to 34 or whatever, 18 to 25, 24, and then do a new ad set, and I will show you. But I will really do it how I do it, like usually, because in Europe, as I told you, the CPM, the cost is low, and it's cool if we go, if we show our ad to more people. It's cool, guys. You won't pay that much for them. You'll still pay, of course, but not that much. So we said we're gonna go from 18 to 44. Let's see what's going on here. And for this, let's put in the interests here, the detail targeting. So let's go with Association of Tennis Professionals. Okay, we've got 11,000 already, which is not bad at all. Let's put in here US Open Tennis, 14,000, so 3,000 more. Oh, drop pen, I don't want to drop a pen. Davis Cup, that is like really huge. I can leave it alone. You know what? I shall leave it alone. Okay, let me take this out. The Davis Cup, I'll put it alone, and I will, because I like to put the small interests alone, and then the big ones I would do them in another ad set. You will see now. And let's go with the head tennis. So first ad set is 17,000. It's not that big. We can go with more. Like if you click here, you can see the suggestions the Facebook comes up with. So if we click the Women Tennis Association here, let's see, it's 18, it's nothing. As long as it doesn't jump and goes to 200k or 100k, just keep doing it. And I mean, it's not like don't take 100k and 200k as a parameter, as I said now, but it's like don't let it jump too much, because if it jumps, it will take all the interest. You can put it in an ad set alone. Just don't ruin those, because those are little ones. See, all of them combined are 18,000. So let's keep this ad set to see what will those little interests will come up with. And history, let's take the suggestion again. If you don't know how to get it, just put here. Not you'll be on browse, click suggestion, and let's see history of tennis. Let's see. See, 2000 is not bad at all. Association of Tennis Profession. Oh no, it's the one we had before. All England Lawn Tennis and Croquet Club. Let's see. Oh, it didn't do anything. So let's take it out. International Tennis Hall of Fame. It didn't do anything. So let's take it out. I'm cool with 20,000 in this stage. I would like little interest here. I would recommend if you would go above 30,000, because as I told you, in Europe it's like hard to get interests here. And I'm going with this ad set. This ad set is going with the little ones, because I like to put an ad set like even either with the local pages, as we will see in the fishing niche in this one, because those are like local ones. And oh, it's local one. So I like to put the little interests. Remember this, guys, and concentrate a bit here. So one asset should get all those little interests in one. So let's say on up to 50,000 or 70,000, depends on the niche. In this niche, as you can see, it's roughly we can get any interest in any new guys here. So anything like little ones, either the local niches, or if you don't have local niches, as in this example, one asset should be only for the little pages. So let's put a new one here. Maybe let's take here and see how much it will affect. It didn't affect anything. Let's keep them. It's not a problem. Let's try. I'm sure that all of those are like tennis things. Let's try to Google one of those, and tennis tournament. That's cool. So it won't increase. I'm gonna give up now because I don't want to waste a lot of time, and I want to go like explain a lot of other things. So this is like the first interest, the first asset, and let's call it the little pages, or the little one. I'm not sure what to call it. So this is like really, I would recommend you to do this all the time. Start with an asset. This is what I do. One asset should be the little pages, the ones that you feel. It's not a number here. Again, it could be 20,000, it could be 50,000, it could be 100,000. I won't give you a number. Why? Because everything is like rational. I don't know if it's cool to say rational. Let me Google this. Let me Google this word. I can, right? What the shit? No, it's not the thing I want to do. Oh! Proportional. Oh, proportional. Now I remember. Everything should be like proportional. Okay, so what should be proportional to the other assets, like to the niche itself. If you got the other ones, now we will see, like if you got local niches, local interests. Let's say Swedish tennis, and this is like a Swedish page, like a really Swedish page, and it is it's got 500k on board. So you will know that 20,000 is a little for this a number, so it should be like more. Let's say 60,000, 70,000, 80,000, if we want to call it little pages, up to 100,000 even. So it's all proportional. Is it proportional? Yeah, it's all proportional, guys. I love this word now. So usually, sometimes people come and tell me, "Hey, Yusuf, what is like the best interest?" I can't tell them like what is the best audience size. I can't tell them. It's all about the niche. How big is your niche? So if you got a niche of 4 or 5 million, you have 17,000 will be a little number. While in this example, 17,000 is not that bad, and I can sell to those people. I sold 20,000 people a lot of t-shirts, like 100 t-shirts and more. So it's all about proportion here, and it's all about how big is your original niche. So I hope that you understand now that the size, I can't give you a fixed size here that you will follow. Then afterwards I will be in deep trouble because I gave you the wrong information. So try to understand how your niche is, how big is your niche, and then you decide if it's a good number, if not, or not. Honestly, this number is quite enough for me now. I would try to go up to 30 or 35 in this niche, because you saw how tough is that niche and how tough we couldn't even find some local pages. So this is the first asset, which is the little pages. And you have to get those little pages you can put, while we're in Sweden, you can list the American, like the US or the English pages. It's cool. This is why we call it little pages. So you can put English little pages, and then if your niche is so big and has a lot of local pages, you can create a new one called, I won't do this now because I want to show you how to duplicate. So guys, we're still on the assets tab. See, we have a campaign and then we have an asset tab. We have one asset. Start time must be in the future. So let's start. Let's set this. You won't see this. I have an issue in this account, so it's cool. The time, I have a time issue on this account, so don't pay attention to this. Okay, so this is like the first asset we've got here. And this is the ad we've got. We will get to the ads afterwards. So let's stay on the assets tab, because it's like the most important thing. And here in the assets tab, let's click this great button which duplicates our campaign. And when you duplicate your campaign, it asks you choose a campaign, keep the same campaign, or use existing one if you want to use another campaign, or create a new one. So here in this example, we click this one, keep same campaign, because we want it under the same campaign. So as you can see here, we have a new asset here which is called English Little Pages copy, and we click here the edit button here, and here we edit the name. We actually we will see afterwards what name we'll give it, but let's work on the targeting before. So I will do something like, I will continue what I was saying here. So the first asset was English Little Pages, which were actually not little ones, it was huge ones, but in Sweden, as you could see, that the audience was 17,000. So let's go to the second one, to the second asset here. See, we're on the second asset, it's marked, and we click this gray button here, edit. And here it will copy all the things that you've done before. This is like really magic. And here we click this gray button, the edit audience, and this is the second asset. Like, we want to see what we're gonna do in this asset. As I told you before, if we had some little pages in Sweden, like let's say local pages, those were the international ones, but we don't have actually, because you saw that we couldn't find anything for tennis, any local pages for tennis. So let's say here that we got a Sweden page 1, and here Sweden page 2. Oh, holy moly. Let's see if, oh yeah, it did. So Sweden page 1, Sweden page 2, this is 1 million, let's say, which is not because we couldn't find, and this 2 million, let's say, and here we would find a 20k or a 50k, 4k or something. So what would I do? So this is a Swedish pages, local pages, and this is like little interest. So what should I do, you ask me? So I would go here, and I will Sweden page 1. Let's say that this is a Sweden page 1. It's not, because it's something else. And this is Sweden else too, because we don't have it. I'm just using examples. And let's say we have 60,000 here. So we're close actually. So let's say it's 60,000 because it's combined together. So these are considered little pages. So I would do them actually. I will name them. This is what I do exactly. So I would name them Swedish little pages. So I would know that those guys are the Swedish little pages. And last but not least is the third asset. So again, I clicked. So if you do any mistake, you can click on this revert button, and it will undo the last step, let's say. So here, let's do it again slowly. Here you saw again, I don't want to, oh, I can't believe I did this. Okay, you know what I did, so I will do it like really quickly again. I won't choose interest because you saw what I did. Let's choose here. We edit the asset name, and it's either from here, or I will show you here, Swedish little pages, or you double click here, or you click on this button here on this edit pen. So this is the second asset that we created, and then we need to do a third asset. So let's create click on the duplicate here, and let's keep the same campaign, and let's say we have to, okay, let's take out all of those. I would go with tennis. Sometimes I go with like really broad interest in Europe. It depends. Like in this case, I would really go with a broad one, because as I told you, going broad in Europe isn't as bad as going broad in the USA or a competitive market. You won't pay a lot, and it's worth testing. Sometimes it works. It worked for me like 60%, which is of the times, which is like really good. I got some good results from going broad. So don't be scared to go broad sometimes. Like, you can keep it as an asset. It won't hurt you, but it will cover more options for you. So let's save this one. And this is like the broad one. Tennis. Broad. Of course, you can put here the ages that you went from, like from 18 to 44, and here the same for 1844. But I won't do this now because I don't want to go into details more than this. So here we're done from our dear assets, as you could see. Okay. And we can move on and go to our ads. So let's create the ads tab here, and then you will see that we are on the ads tab. You can see here. I will teach you something really cool. As I told you before, I love to call the ads after the adset's name, so we can do a little trick that will work like magic. We mark all the ads from here. We click the great edit button, and we come here, rename using available fields, and we look for, I will put it back. Okay, we will look for ad set and ad set name and rename. Pop-up! It renamed them. So here we got the ads name. If we scroll a bit here, we see that there is an ad set name which is like the same. So the trick had worked. So here we've got 3 ads, and we need to do the ads for it. So we keep them marked because we want to edit them in the same time, because we don't want to go for each one and edit. So first of all, we choose a page. For this one, we will choose any one of the things that I have. And remember, guys, it's important like to give the page a name, and don't be lazy to create a new page for each niche that you're going with. This is important for you. So create a new page for every niche that you're doing. This is what we do all the time, and this is what you need to do. And for this, let's start from the beginning. We create a campaign. It was website conversions Kaizen campaign, and then we created 3 assets with different targeting each. We are trying to like for the 3 assets with different targeting. Each one has a different thoughts like and potential to like work, and then we are on the ads. Now we have to like care for the creatives for everything. Here we paste in the campaign name, the campaign URL, I'm sorry, here. Okay, so it brings the campaign for us here, but it's not enough. You have like to create an ad template using Photoshop or whatever in the size of 1200 by 628 pixels, and this is what you have to do. You can do this in Photoshop, you can do this in Ad Factory, whatever, but yeah, this is a thing that you have to get done. Let me pause and bring something that I had before. Oh, never mind, I had something before, so it's cool. So here we come here and we put the text that we need. Like, we are in Sweden now, and we have to like to put a text in Swedish. So you need to like to translate the text before, and you can go with don't miss this t-shirt, sale ending soon, or whatever. Of course in Swedish. not in English. And for the headline, say, sale ending soon, buy now, or whatever you put, buy now. And again, this is in Swedish, should be in Swedish, not confused. Let's go to the perfect translator. Let's see here, and don't do this because it will give you, you don't know what's written here. It could be like a really bad thing and people will get mad at you, like they'll be mocking you. And here again the same thing. Let's do it. So as I showed, you had to find a translator, a freelancer, so let him translate this thing. And the cool thing about this is you do it once and you never do it again because you already do it. Now for description, you can keep it like empty, put a space and it will be empty. And here, so we chose a page. We are creating an ad. This is the kind of ad I really love, like the direct WC I call it, and this is a 1200 by 628, and this is what's working for me in Europe actually. So here we choose the shop now button, so it will pop here. It pops, and this will be it. Like we have to like only to replace this image, select an image. Of course you will have one image before and you will choose it. It's only for demonstration, so you will have one ready before, and I will give you some tips in the end of how to do some templates. I would love to have, don't look at this, you can go actually with a bright color in the background and something like this. It will be cool actually, but it depends. If you are in a tennis niche, so go with maybe a background that is tennis related, and it will draw more attention, I think. But still, if your t-shirt is well done and the targeting is good, you would sell with something like this, a template like this. So here we have the ad ready. As you can see, it's good for this one, and this one, because we marked them and edited them together. The only thing I would love to tell you about is the URL tags, and you do what I tell you now. You first mark them all because it's easier, and in the URL tracking, this will allow you to track your campaigns from the TZD itself, like how many sales you've got on the TZD. Again, it's not on Facebook, you can skip it if you are confused. It's not mandatory, but in one stage you need to track, to be able to track your campaigns from the TZD itself, from the platform you're selling on itself. And for this, you will need to mark all your ads. Now let's do it one by one. Okay, WC equals the first ad set, the name. The second one should be this, WC equals this, and this third one should be WC equals this. So here you got tennis board, WC equals tennis board, Swedish to the pages, and English to the pages. So we've got everything ready here. We go back and check if everything is cool. We click here. If we click here, we can see what targeting we picked here. So the first tennis board will be the targeting. The second one is bullshit because I didn't pick it because it was deleted. And the third one is English to the pages, which is the pages I picked, and it was 17,000. The next thing you have to do is click this button and you are ready to roll. I don't want to do this now because it won't be accepted, and Facebook will disapprove my ad, and I'll be in trouble because my ad account could be flagged because I've done it before a lot, like for demonstrations. So this is what you have to do, guys. So first of all, you create a campaign as we saw. It's a website conversions. About the ad sets, I will talk about them again in the phishing niche example because we have more real results here, because we've got actually Swedish page. Okay, so we can do a lot of things more here. So, but only to warm you with this tennis thing. So first pixel was first interest was tennis alone. It covered a lot of people here, and second one is Little Pages Swedish if we've got, but we don't have here obviously, and the English Little Pages. And this is what I would do. Like I would now upload this campaign if I have a good design and thing, and I will wait, and I know that it's gonna work. I would think if you would ask me what will work more, I would tell you that this campaign, this ad set will work the best. I would like add one more ad set using those and no, using some interest like those, but maybe more. To form like 20,000 more or 30,000 more. It's a bit tricky thing with that tennis because I didn't dig enough for enough pages, but I think that you already know what to do now. Like some ideas are falling on your mind at the moment, and again, I'll make it clearer in the fishing example. Deal. So see you next in the fishing example, guys. Bye bye! Hello my people, how are you doing today? Oh, actually, because I slept yesterday after that video, that long video about the tennis thing. And now it's a new day for me, and I'm about to go through the... Oh, I forgot, the fishing campaign. So first of all, let's open up that Excel and let's minimize this thing. Oh, it remembered where it was minimized last time. So we are going here, and we are on the fishing interests. Okay, so guys, let's create a new campaign. We can delete this one because we haven't uploaded it yet. So as I said before, if you click here, you choose, you go through the things that you've done, and then you put continue, and then it uploads. And after it's done with the uploading, you can see it in the in the ads manager. So this is what happens after you upload like review changes, and everything goes to live. Like all the thing that you've been scratching in this place goes live. Okie dokie artichoke. So now let us create a new campaign. Call it the same, Sweden fishing. Let's say it's a fishing therapy design. I don't know. And WC, as we said before. So here we click the website conversions, and we do a new alt set 1. Alt set 1, as you saw that we changed the name afterwards when we see what's going on there. And we click the create button. Hi Facebook, create those one combine, one alt set and one alt for my use live. So here if you go back, you can see that there is in draft, the delivery in draft, the new ones like the Sweden fishing and the Sweden tennis. If we go to the alt sets, if we click here, the therapy, it should only show up the alt set for that campaign. So let's click this here, this little one, and see view alt sets. Sometimes it has some bugs in here, it shows all the new ones. So for that example, I'm gonna delete this one because we don't need it anymore, and we are not gonna upload it, so I don't need it. It's not useful, and I don't want to confuse you with many outsets there. Let's, you know what, I will keep it. I will keep it. Okay, so now here we will call this, but you won't be confused. You know why? Because if you go here, you will see that this is the asset 1 for the Sweden fishing therapy. And not only that, we will call it another name. This one, this crazy one. So let's click the edit one, and as you can see before, let's optimize for the purchase conversion. And then Let's do a budget of $5 as we said before. And here we take all of those. No, desktop newsfeed. We definitely need this. So here what we need now. Here what we need now. And optimize for conversions. Automatic. We don't play with anything here. And voila, now with the critical thing. So we edit audience. And we come here and choose Sweden. Oh, and we haven't checked the things yet. So hold a second. Let's go to the audience insights. Let's take out all the interest from the tennis one. Let's go from 18 to any. Yeah, Sweden. And let's start entering those. So this is the first one. I think I need to refresh because it was from yesterday. I need to refresh that flesh. Oh. Okay, so here we go. The first interest here. Okay, it's got 15 to 20k as written here, and it's got some 7% woman and 93% man. This makes us sure that it is yeah, it is a men's sport. Oh, I think that we didn't get any of those like pages working for us in the past. It's nothing. It's like it doesn't increase. So yeah, I remember that we had this issue. So we won't get any place with this thing. Okie dokie, artichoke. Okay, it didn't increase anything, so it's only that Swedish page, which is the LG Sportfiske. Where is that? LG Sportfiske. So all of those are like, we'll see what we're gonna do now. But at least we have a local page here, you know. Okay, local page. It is only men from 18 to 54. Let's go. From 18 to 54. I think it's cool. Yeah, it's cool. So from 18 to 54, I go broad in Europe. I don't care. I had a lot of conversions like going broad. Don't worry about this. So detail targeting. So let's put this one. This is the first ad set. I wish we could find Batliv. What is Batliv? You know what? I think it found some interest for us here. See? Fiskebier. Flufiske. I think that it found us some things here. You know why? You see why I love the suggestions? You remember that we couldn't get any Swedish page in the audience insights? Like we could have if we kept like checking. But sometimes you need to get a page when you're doing the audience insights and you check in here for the pages. I would recommend if you also put a page like this, the Power Editor, the create ads one, and here you put the interest. So you will see the suggestion here, what it suggests. So you know what? I will go and check each one of those. I'm stopping today. So let's go here. And let's see what we get here. European perch. European perch. What is that? I might think that it is European perch. The tech language. I don't know if it. I don't know if it is an English word. I'm not that good. So. I can't find it, but I think it might be a Swedish. So I won't go with this. Did it increase a lot? Yeah, it did actually. No, it didn't. Okay. See, it didn't. So it could be not in Sweden. So let's go with Batliv. I don't know what Batliv is, but did it increase? It increased by 1,000 only. So let's get this here and oh, this is in Norwegian, so it's not what we want here. So let's take it out. Northern Pike Fiska. Maybe Fiska? I don't know. You ask me as if I know. I don't know. Where's the translation? I can't believe I closed that window. Like, why to close that window? Fiska, Icelandic. No. Icelandic? What is Icelandic? Oh, from Iceland. Yeah, from Iceland. So no. Looks like Jacques Ocht Fiske. It's not big at all, though. Jacques and Skyten. You know what? I won't go with any of those right now because I don't want to waste time on those. But you know what I mean. So, first ad set would be this one. And remember, guys, even if the audience is a little bit, it's okay. Because we need like to get people visit our page. We need some people to come and visit our page. So then we can create lookalikes from those people, even though we don't have enough interest. But the thing is, and the beauty in our lookalikes, that when people come to our page and see it, it will be saved in the pixel, the Facebook pixel that we saw before. So what we can do with this, you say, I tell you, and I'll show you what to do in the skating chapter. But the thing is that if we've got 100, let's say, because the minimum is 100 people who visited our page, we can create lookalike. And lookalike means people that are similar to those 100 people that visit our page. And this could be a big number. So lookalike goes, if you put 100 minimum or whatever, but the minimum should be 100. It could bring us up to 300k, 400k of lookalikes only. So lookalike means people that are similar to those 100 people that visited our page. And it could be a lookalike from the people who added to cart. And for that, we will see in the skating chapter again. So here we've got the first interest. It is a local page. If we've got more pages, so we put local pages and we put the age. But here, because it's only one, we put it Elg Sport Fiske. Did I write it right? Fiske. Okay, so this is the first one. It's from 1854. This is the first one. I wonder if we can do another one. So let's do another ad set. Again, we click here and we do a duplicate and we create and keep it in the same campaign. So here is copied our campaign, easy peasy schmeezy, and we come here and restore our game. I wish we could find some English pages that were good. Let's start with fishing. See, fishing is oh, 600k fishing. So we can keep the fishing as is and do the broad interest as we've done with the tennis, or we can add another layer. So it will be people who like fishing and that one. But let's see if there is enough audience for that. Let's try to go for another big interest. So reactional fishing. Let's see. Oh, it's good actually. So let's try to add more stuff. Again, it's proportional, that word that we learned before. So the first interest, which was Swedish page only, you saw that it was 14, maybe 14k. So 18k suddenly it has some value. You see that 18k isn't that bad, because before you've got only 13k to target, so 18k could be good. But let's try to add more interest here. Floating, fly fishing, bass fishing maybe? Fishing, there is no rule actually, but only to test. If you go, oh god. So you see that people who like fishing, and one of those like fishing and bass fishing fishing and fly fishing, or fishing and reactional fishing. So this could be good. Like people who like 2 fishing pages could be good. And remember, we're going for broad. So I might go add some more pages here. If you're asking why I didn't add here, because I don't want to add anything here, because I want the first layer to be the row interest, and the second layer I would add, I don't care, but at least one a layer should be row 1 without any additions here. So I would go for those. I would do another ad set only for fun. Again, let's take those one, reactional fishing, and let's check something out. Reactional fishing and fishing. Okie dokie, artichoke. We see still that is 80% men, and the ages is quite the same. There is some differences, but it's quite the same because we're covering from 18 to 54. Are we? Yeah, we are. So it would be cool. Still nothing changed. Let's go. I was going to try this one. If we would get any. What is that? What is that? No. What is that? Again, I saw him fishing or something. Oh God, what is that man doing there in his like pants? Go put some clothes on, man. Okay, guys, so here we've got the first one, and this one is the Elga Sports Fiske, as we done here. Let's name this one. I double clicked and let's name it Broad Intersect. See, if we've got, you see all the international pages here. If we got some audience in Sweden, we would have put them alone, like before getting to the intersect and the broad intersect. That's it. And for the fun, I would do another ad set, and I will go with a broad interest. Yeah, the broad. Let's do broad, because this is considered like a bit concentrated, like 2 layers, which is like not that broad. And let's go with the broad. Broad is like a big audience when you compare it compared to the other ones. Again, broad is as that word we were talking about, the proportional. It should be like much bigger than the rest. Like this one is 40K. This one is 13K. And let's go with like really a huge one here. Sweden, let's take out this. Let's see how much this will be. 50K. Oh, okay. I would add more things here. Kayak fishing. Fishing float. Okay, 56. Bow fishing. Fishing lure. So here we have 621, and let's save those. You tell me, hey, why didn't you do fishing in a separate ad set? And I will tell you a simple thing. Why don't you do this? Yeah, why don't you? You know, it's all a matter of testing, guys. If you don't test, you won't get to the new things. So at least have 3, 4, 5 ad sets, whatever you think is cool. And if you're really into this and you see a lot of potential, you have to try a lot of combinations, you know. So here, you see what I did? I created a new campaign, a new ad set. And here I created a fishing ad set. See? It's only fishing and it's 600K. Who knows? We're not prophets. We don't know what's gonna happen. And we can't see future. So try to drop it there and see if it's gonna work. You never know. Maybe this ad set will work and those won't. But at least you have to like to know what you're doing. And here we know what we're doing. So one ad set is a local page. Second ad set is two big interests, like big, huge interests intersected, which gave us an audience, a beautiful audience of 40K. The third ad set is like, what was that? Oh yeah, the third ad set is some broad interest, not that huge, but still, like they're really good. They have 60,000 and they are like very related. And the fourth one, is it the fourth? 1, 2, 3, 4. So the fourth one is the fishing alone, and it is the only interest. See, we covered like the broad interest that Yusuf always tell you that it converts sometimes, and a lot of sometimes, let's say. And the second ad set is some less, like some how to say this in English? Some less big? No, some smaller pages. I know I have to say smaller, but I know I was confused. So smaller pages, but still like big ones in the States, and still they have good audience here. And a third asset, two big interests, or two layers of big interests intersected. And the fourth one is the local page. So see, there is something here. Like we are trying to solve this puzzle. We have a lot of variations here, and if your design is good enough, and if the niche is good enough, you will sell, guys, in each one of those, in either one of those. Like one of those could hit, and who knows, maybe two, or maybe three, or maybe four. Nobody knows. So I hope that you know what I'm doing here and stuff. Oh, you want now to see how it will do this one? So here we said we mark those. Again, you won't be confused why, because these ones are the Sweden fishing, and these are tennis. So let's mark those again, edit, and you tell me what to do. Yeah, true. Rename using available feeds, because we need them as the name of the asset. Look, yeah, Podita is so smart. It saved us this value from before. So we click here and woohoo, rename. So it renamed every one of those. Then we choose the page, the fishing page. We do the same thing that we've done before. And here we do the URL tags as we showed you before. I won't do this again. And voila, woohoo, we're done. We review changes and we upload stats. So this was the second example of fishing. And the next video, I'm going to show you how to do the broad and international niches. I have to do them because we will be using a lot of intersects. Like, what I mean by intersect? Hey, Yusuf, what do you mean by intersect, man? So intersect means the flexible targeting. This one, like the ability to narrow your audience and to do this and relation between two layers in here. And this is like new. If you're new to Facebook ads, this is a new feature here added by Facebook. We had a workaround called Audience Intersect before, but this is like tons better. This is much better. You are so lucky to know Facebook ads now with all these features came together. So here we've got two new campaigns. The first one, fishing broad, and the fishing, as we said before, we talked about this, and the second one has 3 assets. We could have done the same. We could have added more assets. Again, it's a matter of testing. You could go with 5 assets. Let's say 5 assets times 5 is $25 a day, which is bearable, which is bearable a day. But before that, and this is like really important, you could kill a lot of those assets, the bad performing ones, before even getting to that budget, the $5 budget, because usually you can judge an asset after a couple of hours it's running. you can't predict if it's gonna bring sales or not, because you need to like keep it running for 48 hours. But sometimes you run an ad or an ad set, and you see that the results is so bad. Like, what the heck is going on there? And you would kill them. So go with 5 ad sets maybe. I sometimes go with 3 because I know what I'm doing and I try to show you here. But if I really want to crack an edge, I would go with 5, 6, 7, whatever it takes me. And it's the only thing I do. This is the only thing I do, what I showed you today. So you ask me if to split by ages or not. This is what you ask, and I know that you asked this before. And I would tell you, not in this stage. I don't know if people do this, but I've got a lot of good results, and trust me if when I say this, by not splitting by ages. In the ages stage, I use the ages in the scaling stage when I want to get more sales, and by that time I need to know what is my audience like, what are the ages, what people are buying more and stuff. So I would like recommend you the way I'm working, and this is going for a broad age, like 18 to 44 is good. It depends on that graph we saw, the demographics graph. But yeah, don't split by ages, but try more interest instead of ages. And then whatever age converts for you, you can create a dedicated ad for that age. I hope that you understand how to do all the local creating campaigns now, and it is clear for you. Meet me in the next video how to do an international campaign, which is like really easier than this, because this is the hard time thing. Okie dokie, guys. So let's. Oh, before I end, remember please that I went extreme, and I went so extreme, and I chose Sweden, and which was the really little country. If I chose like Germany or France, I would have found a lot of more interest, like local ones, and I would have added them in one ad set, or if they were like really big, I would have separated them, like each ad set with one interest, if the interest was about 100k, 200k each. Okay, so I went for the really hard example, and that's why you won't see any difficulties doing other countries. Okay, so meet me in the and what did I want to say? Meet me in the international video next. See you then. Bye bye, guys.